Now it's 50 days. It used to be 24 hours. We've heard about 100 days also. So we've been through that already. We want to see what the US actually wants. We've never built our foreign policy in such a way that it would hamper our national and economic interests, and the special military operation is aimed at destroying at the core the threats that have existed not for a year, not for a day, but for decades. These threats have existed because of NATO expanding towards our borders, and Russia has warned about this numerous times. Our president has said that so many times, speaking about that matter, speaking about that problem. Unfortunately, it has fallen on deaf ears, and it only reaffirms something that he said just recently in an interview to Pavel Zarubin, where President Putin said he spoke about the evolution of our perception of our relations with the West, when at first it seems that if we remove the ideological differences, everything would be fine, but later it turns out it wasn't about ideology from the very start. In the West, no matter what ideology they see in Russia, in the Russian Empire, or in the Soviet Union, or the post-Soviet Russia, the West was always driven by only one thing: the geopolitical attempt to undermine Russia, contain Russia, or even destroy Russia, like they've said they want to do numerous times. So, as Dmitry Peskov said, we would like to see what is behind that statement by President Trump. So now it's 50 days. It used to be 24 hours. We've heard about 100 days also. So we've been through that already. We want to see what the US actually wants. We understand that there's an enormous kind of pressure that comes towards the US from the European Union, from the NATO leadership, that are openly supporting Zelensky's demand to pump Ukraine up with weapons, including offensive weapons, at the expense of more and more harm coming to the taxpayers of the West. Now, there's a saying we have: don't dig a hole to someone else, or you'll fall into it. So the sanctions that are being prepared once again in Brussels by the European Union, and this sanctions funnel that already exists, they're trying to put the United States into it as well. But as President Trump said, it's Europe that's going to pay for all of that, and we've already seen so much damage that has come to the European economy. And sober-minded European politicians and economists and specialists, they can see that how much harm has come to Europe because of this sanctions war. There are so many sanctions that are already in place against Russia, but we will get over it. We will fight through it. We will, and this is something that a lot of foreign economists and specialists already believe as well. Well, as to the United States and their threats, our trading partners, they hear that, they prepare accordingly, but they have their own obligations internationally and with Russia. And so, knowing our trading partners, I don't see a way how they would give up on their independent policy, trade policy, when it comes to honoring their agreements, bilateral and multilateral as well.